Hello again, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well and enjoying the great day today. And welcome back to another video on the wonderful world of insurance. So we'll go ahead and dive right into it. What I want to talk about today is another lead generation method, which is internet leads. It's nothing new. They've been around for quite a while, but they still work if you know how to work the insurance leads themselves. So let's talk about how to get started in them and then how to work them and be the most successful that you can be working internet leads. So first thing is you have to decide what your budget is going to be because you will have to spend a decent amount of money on leads every month to see good results and see a decent return on your investment as well. I usually tell agents that I work with that 300 a month is probably a good number starting off. If you have to use less, you can, but you also have to know that the results won't be as plentiful. So $300 a month, I would say, is a good starting point if you can afford it. And you also want to look at the right companies. So no two are the same. You do want to do your research into which companies are best. I have agents I work with that use this company. I have other agents I work with that use this company. They both say good about each other. They both say bad about, those particular companies. So I don't want to endorse anything in particular. I will say definitely do your research as far as pricing, as far as the control that you have over when you can receive those leads and how quickly they come through. Because you are able to receive them in real time email, or you can also receive them real time via phone, depending on the lead service that you go with. You also want to do your research on that company. What are the reviews like that are not necessarily posted on the company site? You want something that's verifiable from a third party, and you can make the best decision that you possibly can once you review that information. They're very good companies out there. There are companies that just kind of recycle and recycle and recycle. That's just part of the game. That is just the way the industry works, but you will find that there are good ones out there. And you also want to see if you want to work with a company that specializes in something specific. If it's just auto leads, is it home and auto leads? Are they just health related? Are they just life related? Do you want a little bit of everything? So you also have to make the decision, what kind of leads are you looking to generate from using internet leads? And I would say for most people, they go after the easy stuff, which is auto and home insurance, renter's insurance as well. Agents who are looking for a little more of a challenge. They want to challenge themselves, and their compensation will be um, good. It'll be greater than it would be for auto and home on the life side of things, but it's a little more challenging on the life side. And they cost more. You also have to see where the best cost is because life insurance leads tend to cost a little more than home insurance leads. Home insurance leads tend to cost more than renters leads and so on. Just depends on how the companies operate. And it's always good too to see if they can set you up with an account manager to make sure that your account is set up properly to receive leads, to make sure that the times and the days that you want to receive those leads are set up properly as well, and to make sure that your budget is on track. That's very important. You don't want to go over your budget because you do want to see a good return. Now, you would have to do this, I would say, for 90 days to really see whether something is working or not. You have to give it time. You can't just give it a week and hope for the best. You won't find out whether that's working or not. Right? You have to develop a system that works for you, and I'll give you some guidelines on what you can do to reach those individuals, and then you can decide after those 3 months whether it works, because just a week or two is not going to be enough time for you to say, hey, this works, or hey, this is not working, right? So just a little introduction into those internet leads. And again, there's a plethora of companies. Please do your research first. Now, working internet leads can be complicated and difficult, and it does take time in some instances. When you do get a lead, the first place to start, as soon as it comes through, call them. There's a number, call them up, get in touch with them. And see if you can start talking with them. The first time, I would probably leave a message, let them know who you are and why you're calling. And then immediately after that, if you have to leave a message, follow up with an email. Follow up with an email, and if you do that earlier in the day, later in the evening, try a phone call again. Don't leave a message the second time. You left a message once already, but they might be available to talk to you then. And then after that, what you'd want to do is set up how often you're going to contact them for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Now, it might sound crazy. Like, why would I contact somebody for 2 to 3 weeks? Well, the fact of the matter is, when you buy these things, they're leads, and it's a lead until you close the business, right? But they're not just getting information from you. Most of the time, their information is being shared with others. And if you stay the course, other people are going to fall off. They're going to stop trying to contact them and get the quote for them. But if you keep going and you show persistence, you will see success from that. So maybe it's skipping the next day, although I probably wouldn't do that. I'd be very aggressive the first week, and as the weeks go on, you can digress and go back a little bit. But the first week, you should be calling 3 times every day minimum. You want to call more, you can. Definitely want to call 3 times a day at minimum. And when it comes to emails, send 1 a day that first week. That first week's going to be really, really crucial. So sending those emails every day is going to be important as well. And the second week, maybe you do every other day, and then that third week you do every couple days. All right, but you have to stick with it and be aggressive and keep at it. You have to keep going at it because that's how these kinds of leads work. And you'll get people to say they didn't ask for the information, they weren't interested, and that's okay. Most of these companies are going to give you credit. They're going to give you credit when you find a lead that's bad. They're going to credit you back. They'll send you another one, and then you can go after that person or persons as well. And that's going to be really good. And then once you do get a hold of a person, something I learned early in my career is do not send a quote. Right? If you're an agent and you're trying to reach somebody, you've talked to them, you've set everything up, if you email that quote out, 9 out of 10 times, they're probably just going to ignore it. Or they're going to shop it with someone else and see where things come in. So I would definitely make sure you bring value to the conversation and make sure that you are talking everything over with them, telling them what their coverages are, why they have to have those coverages, and why you want to have that conversation, explain them all these things rather than just send them a piece of paper. Because you are an agent, you are an advisor, you're not an order taker. Right? You want to work with the best people. You want to make sure that you give them the best possible coverage in the end. So hope this helps. Hope this gives everybody a little information and a little courage to go after those internet leads and not be afraid to utilize them in part of your marketing plans. And I look forward to making future videos. And as always, if you're an individual, a current agent, or looking to get started in the industry in the Illinois, Indiana, Iowa area, I'm happy to assist you. Reach out to me. As always, my contact information will be below. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, and I will see you in the next video.